with a need, to move with purpose, to shop without stress, to send without fear, to pay without delay. For every rider chasing time, for every home that needs restocking, for every voice that needs connection, for every dream that needs delivery. Now, one app brings it all together.
Supercab, move smart, ride safe, supermarket, groceries, gadgets, everything. Supercash, airtime, bills, transfers, done. Super logistics, fast, secure, right to your door.
It's more than an app. It's your movement, your market, your money, your connection, all in one place. Supergo, one app for services endless. Download Supergo today. Live free, live fast, live smart.
No time to shop, no stress. With Supergo, your groceries comes to you. We partner with trusted vendors, verified stores, no delay, no excuses, just values. Supergo Supermarket, your market now in your hands. With Supergo, your ride is comfortable, easy, and convenient. Supergo is more than an app. It's a movement, moving people, powering threats, delivering value.
I am Moses Peter, welcoming you to news at 9 p.m. on Som TV. This broadcast is coming to you live from Jalingo. This is the pulse of the nation. We bring only the stories that matter. Stay connected with us on Facebook at Som TV and YouTube at Som TV Live. Here are tonight's major headlines. National Association of Taraba State Medical and Dental Students praises Governor Kefas for increased stipends and announces Health Week activities as Northern Town planners commend Governor Kefas for structured development in Taraba State. Labor leaders stand down on nationwide protest after talks with FG as NBA slams police over tinted glass permit enforcement. Defense Minister Mantawale urges citizen involvement in national security as Kogi Governor recovers large arms cache and neutralizes bandits in Kaba, Bunu LGAs in Kogi State. On international news, Rwanda backed M23 rebels to withdraw from Uvira following U.S. request. On business news, Comfort Architectural Finishing wins Innovation, Architecture and Design Award as Jobberman urges youth to embrace remote work for future employment. On entertainment news, Funke Akindele's movie titled Behind the Scenes earns over 200 million naira opening weekend as Netflix pledges to release Warner Bros. Films in cinemas if takeover approved. In sports, John Cena retires from WWE after a 24-year career, while FIFA announces $50 million prize for 2026 World Cup winners. Now the news in full. President Bola Tinubu has requested Senate confirmation of new chiefs for the Nigerian Midstream and Downstream Petroleum Regulatory Authority, NMDPRE, and the Nigerian Upstream Petroleum Regulatory Commission, NUPRC, following the resignations of Farouk Ahmed and Gbenga Komolafe. Both were appointed in 2021 under the Petroleum Industry Act by former President Buhari. The announcement was made via a statement by the President's Special Advisor on Information and Strategy, Bayo Onanuga. Mr. Ahmed has been facing allegations of corruption by the industrialist Aliko Dangote, whose refinery is the largest in Africa. A new leadership has been elected for the National Youth Council of Nigeria, Taraba State Chapter. Hassan Babari emerged as state chairman following the peaceful and transparent 2025 elective congress held at Jolly Yame Stadium in Jalingo. Our correspondent reports on the event highlighting the election process, notable attendees, and the council's renewed commitment to youth development and state congress. The People's Democratic Party (PDP) in Taraba State has declared it remains united and vibrant at the grassroots, dismissing claims of collapse following the resignation of its former chairman and the defection of the state governor. The assertion came after all 16 PDP local government party chairmen unanimously passed a vote of confidence in acting state chairman, Honorable Obadiah Bitrus, reaffirming the party's strength and commitment to grassroots mobilization. The People's Democratic Party (PDP) in Taraba State has declared it remains united and vibrant at the grassroots, dismissing claims of collapse following the resignation of its former chairman and the defection of the state governor. The assertion came after all 16 PDP local government party chairmen unanimously passed a vote of confidence in acting state chairman, Honorable Obadiah Bitrus, reaffirming the party's strength and commitment to grassroots mobilization. Some TV correspondents complete the reports.
The People's Democratic Party (PDP) in Taraba State has dismissed claims that the party is collapsing, insisting that it remains alive, united and firmly rooted at the grassroots. This assurance followed a unanimous vote of confidence passed by the 16 PDP local government party chairmen in support of the acting state chairman of the party, Honorable Obadiah Bitrus. The endorsement was made during a meeting held at the PDP State Secretariat in Jalingo, with members of the State Working Committee also in attendance. The meeting came amid growing public perception that the PDP was losing relevance in the state. This perception was largely fueled by the resignation of the former state chairman, Alhaji Abubakar Bawa, and the defection of the incumbent governor of Taraba State, Dr. Agbu Kefas, from the PDP to All Progressive Congress (APC). Governor Kefas has since formally joined the APC and recently received his APC membership card at his hospital ward in Okare, an event that drew wide political attention and further intensified claims that the PDP had been weakened in the state. However, the PDP local government party chairman rejected such claim, maintaining that the exit of prominent individuals does not signify the end of a political party, particularly one with established structures across all 16 local government areas of the state. According to them, the vote of confidence was meant to reassure party members, supporters, and general public that the PDP remain organized, functional, and determined to reposition itself following recent political realignment. Speaking at the meeting, the acting state chairman, Honorable Obadiah Bitrus, expressed appreciation for the confidence reposed in him, describing the endorsement as a strong signal of unity and renewed commitment within the party. He pledged to pursue inclusive and reconciliatory leadership, strengthen grassroots mobilization, and rebuild confidence among party members, stressing that the PDP in Taraba State is undergoing reorganization and renewal, not decline. Party leaders also reaffirmed their commitment to consolidating party structures at the ward, local government, and state level, while preparing the PDP to remain a formidable political force and credible alternative in future elections.
Actually, we organized this meeting basically on an interactive discussion with all our party chairmen from all the 16 local governments. We want to reaffirm our position as a party, PDP, that is a strong and the number one opposition party in Nigeria, and to encourage our members, especially the members of PDP all over the state, that they shouldn't be distracted by any speculation of people, distractions from other people that are, speculating rumors that the PDP is divided or whatever. We are solidly rooted, and by the grace of God, even at the national level, you can attest to the fact that you saw the national chairman and other national working committee visiting all the former presidents, former leaders of PDP. They are trying to converse for the support and then to mobilize other members to give them the assurance and encourage them that PDP is still rooted and we are still coming up by the grace of God. There is a machinery already on ground that has been constituted by the national working committee actually, to look into the internal crisis of PDP. Crisis is obvious. There is no organization without crisis, and crises usually are meant to make some other corrections. We go to other parties. It is even better PDP. Like other parties, when you go there, their own is more worse. It's worse than ours. And by the grace of God, we are actually coming up. And we want to encourage our people, especially our members, that very, very soon PDP is going to be a party that is the most peaceful party that everybody would love to join.
Lillian Yakubu reporting for SOMTV.
A new leadership has been elected for the National Youth Council of Nigeria, Taraba State Chapter. Hassan Babari emerged as state chairman following the peaceful and transparent 2025 elective congress held at Jolly Iyame Stadium in Jalingo. Our correspondent reports on the event highlighting the election process, notable attendees, and the council's renewed commitment to youth development and state progress. SOMTV correspondent completes the report.
National Youth Council of Nigeria
The National Association of Taraba State Medical and Dental Students, NATAMS, has praised Governor Dr. Agbu Kefas for approving a major increase in monthly stipends for medical and dental students. The association said the move relieves financial burdens, enhances academic focus, and positions Taraba students to compete confidently with peers nationwide. The association also announced Health Week activities, including lectures, magazine launch, and free medical outreach. Some TV correspondent completes the report.
The National Association of Taraba State Medical Dental Students has praised the Taraba State Governor, Dr. Agbukefas, for approving the upward renew and full implementation of monthly stipends for medical and dental students across the state. The commendation was made by the National President of NATAMS, Comrade Usman Sanusi Bakundi, during a press conference held to mark the 2025 NATAMS Health Week. The briefing took place at the Taraba State AIDS Control Agency in Jalingo. According to the association, the governor approved a major increase in student stipends, with those in 100 to 300 levels now receiving 100,000 naira monthly, up from the previous 5,000 naira. Students in 400 to 500 level are also to receive 130,000 naira monthly, an increase from 7,000 naira. Comrade Bakundi describes the development as timely and unprecedented, noting that it has relieved students of financial stress and enabled them to focus more on their studies. He added that the policy has positioned Taraba medical and dental students to compete favorable with their counterparts across the country. Also speaking, the National Vice President of NATAMS, Comrade Kongwi Jonathan Dogo, reaffirmed the association's commitment to contributing to development of Taraba State healthcare sector. He announced that the activities marking the 2025 NAMS Health Week will commence on December 18 with a public lecture and the launch of the TAMT magazine. According to him, the program will be rounded off with a free medical outreach on December 30th to 31st, during which members of the public will benefit from free consultations, surgeries, and medications. NATAMS assures the state government that the beneficiaries of the stipends increased will in return serve diligently in hospitals and communities across Taraba State.
Today we rise not merely to speak, but to celebrate visionary leadership, uncommon courage, and historic compassion. On behalf of the entire National Association of Taraba State Medical and Dental Students, I extend our deepest, loudest, and most heartfelt gratitude to His Excellency Dr. Agbukefas, the Executive Governor of Taraba State. Your Excellency, by approving the upward review and the implementation of our monthly stipend from 5,000 naira to 100,000 and from 7,000 to 130,000, you have not just increased our allowance, you have restored dignity, renewed hope, and written history. For over 2 decades, Taraba State medical and dental students endured the stipend that could barely meet the basic academic needs. But under your leadership, that long season of neglect has come to an end.
Also, as an association, we remain committed to towards contributing our quota towards a safe future of the healthcare system, especially in Taraba State. Also, as an association, we are inclined to the United Nations Sustainable Development Goals, which are 17 in number. However, we major on SDG 3 and 4, which are good health and well-being as well as quality education respectively. So for the forthcoming Health Week, we also plan a grand outreach, which we are actually naming in honor of His Excellency, the Executive Governor of Taraba State, Dr. Agbukefas. And also, as an association, we are also pledging that upon the full implementation of this bond, we would do our part in making sure that we mobilize our members upon graduation to come back and serve the good people of Taraba State.
Lilian Yakubu reporting for Some TV.
Town planners from across northern Nigeria have commended Dr. Agbukefas for his commitments to structured and sustainable development in Taraba State. The Northern Town Planners Forum, an organ of the Nigerian Institute of Town Planners, praised the state's strategic development plans, ongoing infrastructure projects, and inclusive vision during a courtesy visit to the Secretary to the State Government, Chief Barrister Timothy Kataps Ngui in Jalingo. Some TV correspondent completes the report.
Town planners, under the umbrella of the Northern Town Planners Forum, an organ of the Nigeria Institute of Town Planners, say Taraba State is steadily emerging as a model for inclusive and well-coordinated development in the north. The delegation, drawn from the different parts of northern Nigeria, paid a courtesy visit to the Secretary to the Taraba State Government, Chief Barrister Timothy Kataps Ngwe, where they praised the development vision of Governor Agbukefas. Leading the delegation, the chairman of the Forum Town Planner, Sergio Moda, said the profession remained a critical partner in shaping orderly cities, functional infrastructure, and sustainable communities. She noted that the forum was particularly impressed after reviewing key planning documents such as the Taraba State Regional Development Plan and the Jalingo Master Plan, describing them as an evidence of long-time and strategic thinking by the state government.
Steady pipeline of qualified planners for Taraba and broader Niger Valley region, we earnestly propose the establishment of an urban and regional planning department in Taraba State University, Jalingo. Local training will foster homegrown solutions and anchor sustainable planning practice for the state's future. Your Excellency, sir, we offer this request in the spirit of partnership. The Northern Town Planners stand ready to collaborate with your administration, sir, in technical advice, plan implementation, monitoring, capacity building, and community sensitization. We believe that with strong political will, backed by the law, and supported by professionals, the Taraba State Regional Development Plan and the Jalingo Master Plan will become living instruments that transform the lives of the citizens. In closing, sir, may I reiterate our commitment and commendation of your vision and early action to create lasting infrastructure and institutional foundation. We pray for God's continuous guidance and strength, sir, Your Excellency, for your administration as you steward Taraba to greater heights.
The planners also commended major infrastructure projects embarked upon by the Kefas administration, including road construction across strategic corridors and the ongoing reconstruction of the Dam Baba Sunte Airport in Jalingo, which they say will boost connectivity and economic growth. To further strengthen development planning in the state, the forum made several proposals to the government. These include the domestication of the Nigerian Urban and Regional Planning Law, the establishment of a state urban planning and development control board, increased engagement of professional planners, and the creation of an urban and regional plan department at Taraba State University. Responding on behalf of Governor Agbukefas, the Secretary to the State Government reaffirmed that planning remains central to the administration's moving forward agenda.
Let me, on behalf of the Governor and Government of the State, thank you for your kind words and to appreciate government's readiness to partner with you. When His Excellency came in, it took about 9 months to come up with the present master plan you referred to as because Taraba State didn't have any. The last time an attempt was made to have a master plan for the state was during the Dambaba's administration. And after that tenure, the program was abandoned. And part of the principle of this administration is you cannot use public funds on projects and abandon them. And that is why His Excellency, as soon as he has been published, he wanted to get and requested for all those projects that had cost substantial amount of money. And when same was submitted, he decided to embark on completing them. People will not understand the beauty of completing abandoned projects.
The visit ended with the presentation of an award to the Secretary to the state government in recognition of his support for planning and development initiative. The Northern Town Planners Forum says it will continue to partner with the Taraba State government to ensure sustainable, people-centered development across the state.
Leaders of organized labor led by NLC President Joe Ajaero met with the federal government intervention team headed by Imo State Governor and Chairman of the Progressive Governors Forum, Hope Uzodinma. The two sides held closed-door talks yesterday and continued discussions this morning to resolve differences on security, workers' welfare, and the economy. Labour leaders announced an end to the nationwide protest, praising President Tinubu for actions taken to meet workers' demands. Other FG members included the governors of Kebbi, Edo, Kogi, and Minister of State for Labour, Nkiru Onyeji-Ocha.
Are we good? Yes. All right. As well as the president of Nigeria. What is the outcome of the meeting?
Well, like you are aware, as I have been told, the various reforms going on. Unity is very critical. And our national interest is also very important. And that the march towards economic prosperity for regular engagement from the president's programs to secure Nigeria. He's not going to talk on our side. The action started this morning, and we are rounding up now. We'll take back whatever we discussed with them, their members. And the attitude of meeting at the day or the eve of any action. It's not rocket science that action will put up, because that point, that day. Because it takes a lot to mobilize that campaign. But even what we got is like promising you. And we want to have confidence in the governors that it will deliver. However, Mr. President was emphatic that the issue of insecurity is a thing of the past very soon. And that he's taking extra steps to take care of it. All areas we face. And we equally talked about financial insecurity. Because a worker that is not well fed and not well paid will have even more problems than the one that is now. Mr. President said he has put Nigeria at a map of prosperity. I agree that we are going to meet in January to look at some grey areas where we need to touch, which will equally translate to the prosperity of the working people. The governors equally, the president gave them to listen to our demands and articulate it and have that channel to reach it. Because since June 16th, when we wrote letters to the president, it has not been affronted. So for people who have discovered a new channel, working with the governors, even the issue of the Hesu workers that are strike, they have been again taken up to the appropriate agencies, Ministry of Health, you report what you see. If I tell you that there was no action today and you saw action, you will report that there was an action.
All right. Thank you. Thank you.
The Nigerian Bar Association (NBA) has slammed the police over plans to resume enforcement of the tinted glass permit, warning it undermines court authority. The NBA noted that earlier enforcement was suspended by court order, yet police insist the policy remains valid. NBA says forcing compliance now empowers illegality and threatens citizens' rights, threatening contempt proceedings if enforcement continues before the Federal High Court delivers a ruling on the matter.
It's a public-private initiative which will require that the concession agency will give a concession. There's no indication as to the transparency. There's no indication as to what happened to the earlier permits given by the police. And assuming it is according to the police for security reasons that they are doing this, what happened to the validity of the earlier permits granted by the police? Why do you have to renew it? And we believe that the police is setting up members of the police and empowering policemen on the street and on the roads to extort money from civilians and harass them. And we also believe that the purported notice of resumption is a calculated attempt by the police to make life very difficult for people this festive period. By claiming that the resumption will be by 2nd January 2026, the police is simply saying, rush to get the so-called permit. So Nigerians who are already growing under harsh economic conditions, who are trying to feed their family, and those who are trying to find ways to travel to their villages and other places for the festive season, would have to accommodate the extortionate rate for obtaining this. And those who have tried to say that even the official fee is not enough, you have to also pay third parties to be able to get this. And our question is, if it is a crime-fighting measure by the police or policy by the police, and not a money revenue-making one as we contend it is, and as it is indeed, why can't this data be obtained at the point of renewal of your vehicle particulars and secure the lives of the people? There must be more creative ways of protecting the people and ensuring the security of the people without imposing further financial hardship on the people. Asiwaju Bola Ahmed Tinubu, the Commander-in-Chief of the Armed Forces, to call the Inspector General of Police to order. I've also, as at this moment, delivered a letter to the Office of the Attorney General asking the Attorney General to also write to the police to cease and desist from this unlawful activity, which does not portray the country in a good light and imposes unnecessary hardship.
A member of the House of Representatives, Honorable Abdulsamad Dasuki, PDP Sokoto, on Wednesday alleged that the recently gazetted tax reform laws are not identical to the versions passed by the National Assembly. He raised concerns that key provisions may have been altered after legislative approval, warning that such discrepancies could undermine parliamentary authority and due process. Dasuki called for an immediate review to ensure the published laws fully reflect the resolutions duly passed by lawmakers.
I passed on this floor is not what is gazetted. Mr. Speaker, honorable colleagues, I have all the copies, but I'm coming under privilege because I was here, I gave my vote, and it was counted, and I'm seeing something completely different. So on that note, on this privilege, I will call on Mr. Speaker to graciously look at what was harmonized, what is in the gazetted copy, what was passed in the House and the Senate, you will find out what is before Nigerians, which is being sold to Nigerians at the Ministry of Information, which I personally went to buy the gazetted copies, are not what was passed. So there is no motion here, but Mr. Speaker, I'll be pleading that all the documents should be brought before the Committee of the Whole. The whole members should see what is in the gazetted, should see what they passed on the floor, so that we can make the relevant amendments. Mr. Speaker, this is a breach of the Constitution, this is a breach of our laws, and this should not be taken by this Honourable House. Thank you, Mr. Speaker. I so move.
Thank you, Honourable Abdul Samad.
The Nigerian Union of Journalists, Taraba State Council, has paid a condolence and courtesy visit to the commander of the 6th Brigade Nigerian Army, Brigadier General Kingsley Chidebere Uwa, where the union received updates on security operations across the state. The visit also featured a humanitarian gesture by the brigade commander, who awarded the scholarship to a Taraba State University student. Some TV correspondents complete the report.
To the commander of the 6th Brigade, Nigerian Army, Brigadier General Kingsley Chidebere Uwa, following the passing of his father. The delegation was led by the chairman of the NUJ Taraba State, Comrade Matthew Eliud Jen, and comprises executive members and journalists from various media organizations in the state. Speaking during the visit, Comrade Jen conveyed the union's condolences to Brigadier General Uwa and his family, describing the late Professor Uzoma as a respected figure. He also reaffirmed the strong working relationship between the NUJ and the 6th Brigade Command in promoting peace and security in Taraba State. In his response, Brigadier General Kingsley Chidebere Uwa thanked the NUJ for the show of solidarity, noting that the visit meant a lot to him and his family during the period of mourning. He commended the NUJ for professionalism and ethical reporting, which he said has helped to build public confidence in security operations. The brigade commander briefed journalists on the achievement of the 6th Brigade Command, highlighting successes in neutralizing bandits, recovering arms and ammunition, rescuing kidnapped victims, and providing security for farmers, enabling them to access their farmland safely. He stressed that security is a continuous task that requires collaboration among security agencies, communities, and the media, adding that accurate and timely reportage remains critical to sustaining peace in the state. In a related development, the visit witnessed a noble act of generosity by the brigade commander as Brigadier General Uwa announced the award of a full scholarship of Blessing Lasisi Napier, a 300-level mass communication student of Taraba State University. The scholarship covered her tuition fees for the remaining duration of her studies. Blessing, who is currently undergoing her industrial training at Some TV and Taraba News, was part of the NUJ delegation to the 6th Brigade Command. The gesture was applauded by members of the NUJ, who described it as a demonstration of the commandant's commitment to education, youth empowerment, and human development in Taraba State. The NUJ Taraba State Council reaffirmed its commitment to strengthening collaboration with the military and other stakeholders in collective effort to promote peace, security, and development across the state. Lilian Yakubu reporting for Some TV.
And that's where we wrap the news on Some TV 9 p.m. news. I am Moses Peter, wishing you a good night. Goodbye.